Good job. What am I talking?
Right now.
Oh, okay. My name is Mohit, and before I start, I want to ask you guys, how many of you guys know someone who is gay? A big majority. And now, how many of you would say that America is, compared to other countries, a pretty good place for gay people to live in? Again, a good majority of you. Some don't care in the back, but whatever. And obviously that's because American principles support, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom to be yourself as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. And that's the spirit of America. But what if I said that there was a law that limited that limited the freedom of speech, of expression to be yourself? Well, that law is the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy of the U.S. military. And pretty much the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy is one that was established in 1993. And it says that pretty much any person who is gay or bisexual that enlists in the military cannot disclose their sexuality either indirectly or directly. And no one can ask anyone else about them being gay. So pretty much no one can talk about anything homosexual is what it implies. Now, my claim is that this policy is unnecessary. Why is it necessary? Because A, it's unpopular both within the military and outside of it. B, it's outdated and it's discriminatory. And C, it wastes the country's resources. Why is it unpopular? Well, a 2004 poll by the University of Pennsylvania showed that 50% of enlisted members said they were comfortable with gays in the military. A poll 2 years later by Zogby showed that 72% of them supported gays in the military. The same poll also found that 1 in 4 people in the military already knew someone in their unit currently who was openly gay, which shows that pretty much a lot of service members don't seem to care about someone being gay in their unit, and it's kind of ineffective if 1 in 4 people in the military know someone who is gay. And outside of the military, for the general population, a May 2007 CNN poll that showed that 77% of Americans oppose Don't Ask, Don't Tell. A July 2008 ABC Washington Post poll showed that 75% of Americans oppose Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And even the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, John Kashvili, said, "I now believe that if gay men and lesbians served openly in the United States military, they would not undermine the efficacy of the armed forces." And the current man in the same position also has said that he's open to the idea of the policy being repealed. And which shows that, it's pretty much not really important anymore because it's from 1993, which brings me to my second point, that the policy is outdated and is discriminatory. Because those who enlist in the military don't do so to get a boyfriend or girlfriend or for any other such reason. They do it to either serve their country or economic reasons or whatever it may be. It's not related to their sexuality. So asking someone who is serving their country to hide an essential part of themselves is discriminatory, and it goes against what America stands for, which is freedom of expression and freedom to be yourself. And also, if you turn out to be gay and if someone finds out that you're gay, you get discharged, which means that your retirement benefits, your health care, all that gets taken away. And Admiral Alan Steinman, who actually served 20-something years in the military, came out of the closet after he retired because he said that he didn't want to come out when he was in the military because he didn't want his health benefits, his retirement, all of that to be jeopardized just because of who he was. And that brings me to my third point, that pretty much the policy wastes the country's resources. A 2006 University of California report found that Don't Ask, Don't Tell, in its 13 years at that point, had used up $363 million of taxpayer dollars just to recruit people, to train them, only to end up having them be fired. And the study did not include the money that it takes to replace those people, which means that once you pay money to recruit someone and train them, it takes even more money to recruit the replacements and train their replacements. So pretty much it's wasting all this money on something that isn't really that useful, that doesn't really apply to the military. And the Human Rights Campaign, which is a gay rights organization, reports that as of 2007, 12,000 men and women from the military have been fired under this policy. That's 12,000 able people who chose to enlist being fired simply because of who they are. And that's just not fair, and it's a waste of human resources. And as of 2005, then MSNBC reported that as of 2005, 757 people had intelligence-related jobs and were fired because they were gay. And half of those spoke foreign languages, which the Pentagon describes as a critical skill. And in this time of war, we can't afford to fire anyone, especially since enlisting in the military is not really the most popular thing right now. So to sum my argument up, Don't Ask, Don't Tell is popular both within the military and popular both within the military and outside of it. It's outdated, it's discriminatory, and it wastes what America has both money-wise and human resources-wise. And that is it. Thank you.